I gotta agree with every word, that he said. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I'm gonna take this even deeper.
Go ahead.
Our man Jay Prince, Houston legend, he said something on regards to the Kanye West.
Read that, brother.
It's good to see two of Chicago's strongest artists stand in support of Mrs. Hoover and Larry Hoover Jr. with the objective of freedom for Larry Hoover Sr. Kanye has spoken to the President of the United States in manner today that the Black leaders and politicians in power have refused to do in the past concerning Larry Hoover. No one understands like the streets do the power and respect that Larry Hoover has, the type of power and respect that could stop the killings that are taking place in Chicago. Structure is important, and he has great organizer where our people are concerned. Today's a great day to start Free Hoover campaign. That's coming from Jay Prince, man.
Gangsta Disciple. He changed the Gangsta Disciple to growth and development. You know what I mean? He started, a clothing line, public programs, all types of things to turn it around. He put action, into that. Now,
that'll be the next step. Now, I mean, what comes of this? The conversation was held. And now, I mean, once we start, like I said, we got to scrape through the bullshit and really push the objective of what Kanye West was doing so that we can get some real change going on.
How much more powerful would it have been if Colin Kaepernick was actually in the building and was able to, speak his mind? That'd have been crazy.
Well, you've seen Ebro. I don't know if you've seen Ebro on Hot 97 say, we ain't with that. We ain't with that.
Really?
We ain't with that. Outspoken. We ain't with that. That ain't happening. We know what's going on. This is going to be for the cameras. This is going to be for this. This is going to be for that. And I said that, and I dropped this on my Instagram. Shout out to Viral Hip Hop on there. In regards to Kanye West and Colin Kaepernick, he was saying that well, Kanye West needs to also ask Donald Trump that.
Right.
Why not talk? You talked to Ebro. You said you brought that to Colin Kaepernick. Now you also need to bring that to Ebro.
Right.
And he brought that to Donald Trump sitting right there in the White House. He said the conversation. He wanted to bring Colin Kaepernick in there and have the conversation.
Right.
So if anything, Donald Trump listened to that right there in his face. You know what I mean? I would love to hear Colin Kaepernick's response and actual fit, feel, and take on that, as opposed to Ebro or someone else throwing it, because we see where hip hop's going. We see what they're doing.
Right.
It's obviously, and I don't know why, because I don't feel like they're all under an objective. I'm not going to throw no Illuminati conspiracy out here and think that they're being controlled too to kind of control the rhetoric. But it's interesting.
Right.
That no one seems to go, yo, why don't we pump our brakes on him real quick and listen to what he has to say? Especially T.I. Like, he surprises me.
Yeah, sometimes he definitely does, man. Deep.
It's very deep. You know what I mean? And it could get deeper, and it's going to get deeper. This would be interesting what happens. Like I said, I want to hear Colin's perspective on that. I want to hear what he has to say. Because if he can go in there and invoke some real change or go in there and have some conversation, without the cameras, you know what I mean? We don't need to see it. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it would change, but it would be interesting to see. It'd be groundbreaking, because we all heard Donald Trump's comments on Colin Kaepernick. He called him all kind of shit. He called him anything wild you can name in the book. We all heard what Donald Trump said in regards to the NFL players and people kneeling in regards to police brutality and Black lives dying in the street due to police brutality and injustice going on in America with them getting off. And we all know the history and the rhetoric. So it would be a very interesting conversation. To say we ain't with that kind of seems a little ignorant. I don't know.
SamAnt, I got to ask you about this one. This one's popping up in my mind as we're going through. Kanye West brought this up. And he said, look, Black people, man, he said, look, we got to take responsibility too. He said it's more of us killing each other than the police is killing us in the streets. What do you think about, that dynamic? And I'll give my opinion on that as well. What do you think about what he said there? Because you agree with a lot that he said.
I agree, but I think that's portrayed in the media far too often. I think that, we know that. You know what I mean? And when you say that, you kind of go and put weight on the wrong objective. I'm not saying it shouldn't be said. I'm not saying we shouldn't be checked on it, but we need to go where it's really going. We need to ground root the situation and get it there, as opposed to going there and saying it, because that's almost like, no shit. Yeah,
but the interesting part about it, though, it is just like, it's a reason, it's a cause to everything, and Kanye West hit it on the head when he talked about the lack of employment. If you got an area that don't have jobs, infested with drugs, people really don't have no opportunity, and it's designed that way, keyword design, you're going to have, people, committing crimes. It just is what it is. And it's not race specific. It don't matter, Italian, Irish, the Puerto Ricans, the Blacks, anywhere you go, you can find when there's lack of jobs, opportunity, things like that, you're going to find crime. So this now the Blacks, appeared, to be in the worst position out of everybody in the United States of America. So, of course, we will be, doing that. But we do it's going to take people like Kanye, us, guys like that, you know, that are business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders, you know, that step up, you know, and start to turn that around. We can't look for the White House. We can't look for the government to do it. We got to do it in our own community. Start with us, period.
Oh, God, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not really a Trump supporter. I don't really get into none of that. You know, only thing I kind of get into is the financial aspect of it. You know what I mean? And with things that I hear about different taxes and stuff and things like that. But I don't really get too wrapped up in none of that. Why'd you ask that question?
Just call some shit. That's all. Just call some shit. That's all.
You mean you wasn't a Democrat coming up, man?
We both were. You know what I mean? It was exactly though. Yeah. It's interesting because until we got older and kind of gained to have a perspective on our own and think for ourselves, we were brought up under that notion. We had to praise Jesus and be a Democrat. That had to be done.
What's wrong with Jesus?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that was put on us. Don't start doing that to me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's what was put on us. Jesus and the Democrats. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's like you ask yourself why. You ask yourself, well, damn, like, okay, we've been seeing police brutality our whole lives. We watched Rodney King beating. We've seen the riots. Our parents are very thorough. We listen to the conscious rap. You know what I mean? The public enemies and of the world and the KRS Ones. We listen to all that stuff. So we were very aware of what was going on. We heard the backlash on the Persian Gulf War when black people were saying, "Nah, fuck the war." I was involved. I remember listening to this in my mom's car. You know what I mean? So we were always kind of consciously aware of what was going on. So I don't know, man.
Obama. Now my man Enoch put in the Enoch Rourke. Shout out to him. He put Obama didn't have the time for Ye. What do you think about that statement? Obama didn't have these conversations out in the open. You know, you saw him, you know, hugging up with Jay-Z, hugging up with Jeezy. They made these songs and shit about my president is black, but they never got together and really, you know, from what I know of, addressed any real issues in front of the world like that. What do you think about that?
He called Kanye West a jackass for going up there at the MTV Award and doing that to Taylor Swift. God forbid.
Yeah, right.
And did it to his girl Beyonce. So I don't see what the problem was. I mean, let him do him, but he was a jackass. So there was always a little bit of back and forth between Obama and Kanye West throughout Obama's presidency. So I could see why he didn't have grits and crimpets over at the White House with old brother Obama.
You have to take the leap of faith to step out there and trust the fact that these people, us brothers, myself, oh God, Darren, Kansu, have lived this journey, have been through these experiences, have been through these trials, have learned and have gained success through the formula that we want and wish to provide for you.